Well, I'm back with another what I've made recently video. I did not make one at the beginning of September for August, so forgive me, but I'm back this month and I'm going to share things I've made in August and September. The first thing, not everything I've made recently has been sewing, so I've gotten back into my crochet, so I like to also crochet and I hadn't done that for a while. So the very first thing I want to share with you is this sweater that I crocheted. I actually started this back in April because back then I thought, you know, it would be nice to actually crochet a sweater for winter. So I had something nice and heavy. So crochet takes a little bit longer than sewing a garment together. Actually, I was thinking about that. I'm like, why does this take so long? But it's kind of like when you crochet or you knit or you do that, you actually have to make the fabric first and then you put it together. So sewing is much faster because the fabric comes already made. All you do is cut it out. So that's my analogy. I never thought about that before until I did this and I'd been sewing and I was thinking, you know, this takes way longer. Like, you know, because you can make a shirt in like a half a day, but when you have to also actually craft the fabric, that takes like hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and months. Okay, so this pattern I got off of Joann Fabrics, and so of course then I bought the yarn for Joann Fabrics. But this is a cotton yarn. It's a lighter weight yarn. So these are and there's 50 little granny squares in this. So I am happy with how it turned out. It's a nice heavy sweater, and I like granny squares because like you have little goals along the way. Sometimes with crochet or knitting, I get, if it's too big a project and there's not like little stopping points, I can just kind of get overwhelmed with the monotony. But so I thought I would start with something that had granny squares, so like I could have these little small bits of completion and then I could put them all together. So I had like mini goals along the way. So yeah, this is it. It's very bright. They'll see me coming in the winter. So it's my happy winter sweater. So when the days are dark and long, I think you know, I'll put this on and it's brightly colored and it will bring cheer and happiness wherever I go. So this is the first sweater. And I actually made another sweater, so I am going to share that with you too, which did not take nearly as long. These granny squares and this yarn took forever, but let me show you my other one. Here's the other sweater that I made. It's more of like a button, it's like a jacket sweater. I really like this. It has pockets and it has a hood, and I used a variegated yarn. I got the pattern for this out of a crochet magazine that I bought off the newsstand, and they had a version of the sweater in there, but the yarn, it wasn't the same yarn. I had first fallen in love with the fall colors because I thought, oh, I really want to do something in a fall color, and so the pattern had like these warm fall tones. And when I priced the yarn that they used in the picture in this magazine, just for the yarn, if I ordered it online, it was going to cost almost $200 just for the yarn, plus all my hours. And so I was like, I'm just not going to spend that much money on something I have to make myself. So I thought there's got to be a cheaper way to do it. So I just went to like Michael's or Joann's. Can't remember where I got this yarn exactly, and was able to purchase the materials for like, you know, $50, which is way cheaper than $200. But what I learned in this project was there's different kinds of variegated yarn. It's been a long time since I've purchased yarn and kind of looked at variegated yarns, and so this sweater, it has really quite a different look than the picture in the magazine, because I think on the variegated yarn they used in the magazine, there's like, the yarn had long stretches of like one color before it switched into another one, and the yarn that I ended up purchasing, though the colors were still in the tones I wanted, the colors changed more often, and so because of that, this sweater has a much more mottled look, whereas if you have a yarn that has really long stretches between color changes, you get more striped. So anyway, it's a small point. I still like the sweater, but it is different than what I had originally thought it was going to be. This sweater did not take nearly as long as the Granny Square one. It has a lot bigger stitches and it just went a lot faster. I actually was able to make this one in a couple weeks. Of course, when I did make it, my husband and I were binge watching some stuff on TV, so this is what I did when we were watching a lot of episodes of something that we wanted to see. So anyway, so this was, I think I made this in August, so this was sweater number 2. Now, on to what I've actually sewn out of fabric. So I made two pieces of clothing this month for fall. I ordered some fall prints from Joann's, which is cotton quilting fabric, and it's kind of cute and easy to sew with. So the first thing I made McCall's 7902, and this is view D. So this has longer sleeves. It has elastic here and elastic up here on the shoulders, and then buttons down the front. So I really like this fabric. The birds are very cute. It has little birds on it, and I think that's really cute. I made this shirt in the shorter sleeve version a couple months ago, so it's kind of something I've made twice. And both times I have problems with the sleeves. I felt it's just a little bit loose, and so it comes off the shoulders a little easier than I want. So I need to probably work on perfecting or tightening up the elastic, but then by the time I get it done, I'm kind of lazy, so I just pin it or tuck it in and just, so it's not a perfect shirt, so that as far as the fit up here, but I'm kind of lazy with repairs sometimes. So anyway, but I like this one, and it's cute. So overall, nice shirt. Just the elastic up here need to tighten it, but like I said, it's too much work to take it all apart. So that's the first thing. And the last piece of clothing I made is my upper fall fabric from Joann's. I used McCall's 7920 and View B. View B was the fuller skirt. This was a fun dress to make. It's not too hard. Has 8 buttons down the front. That was the hardest part. I always have to review how to get my buttonhole maker to work. There's pockets, and yeah, this is just a comfortable dress, and then the cotton fabric, it makes it kind of casual, so I can wear this, to teach or to teach piano, which it's kind of good for little kids. Because I call this my squirrel dress. I don't know, because the buttons are kind of wood, so they look like little nuts and those acorns. And so yeah, it's kind of. I forgot a lot of people tell me it looks really retro, so I guess retro is in right now, so that's good. So yeah, so nothing fancy. Kind of like a cutesy fall print, but it's fun. And the other things I made, I have a few more things I'm going to share with you, but these are like home decorating kind of things I made out of the materials I got from my quilting kit of the month club. So in my last video, I showed you a pink purse, but they actually sent fabric that you can make 2 different purses, and so I'm going to revisit those. So I had made this purse, and I had never made a purse before, so I'm kind of proud of this. I showed this in the last video, but it's so I made the pink one with the yellow, and then the other material they sent, you could make a green one. And I actually like this one better, so it's more colors that I would use. So it's green with some yellow. Yeah. So I made those purses, so I can now say I've made a purse. And then the next project that came, so these were July's. So July's box. August box was a casserole pot carrier, you know, like if you were going to a potluck. So that's right here. And so the fabric for this is pretty fun. So it's like this big kind of square, and I put a piece of cardboard in there, so it makes a stiff bottom, but you just put your pot right here, and then it folds up, and I stitched Velcro on there, and so I can just go like that, and then it has straps, and voila! Now all I need is a potluck to go to. I don't have one at the moment. So anyway, but next time I do, I've got something to take food in. And finally, the last thing I got done making was a pillow. So here we go. And I thought this was really cute. I didn't have a pillow this size, so I had to go buy the pillow form. But yeah, so I really like this. And so this is very cute, and it was really easy to make. Really easy. So yeah. So that is pretty much everything I've been sewing and what I've made in the last couple months. Things I'm still hoping to make. I'm crocheting one more sweater. I'm in a crochet mode, and I am working. I still haven't, and I still want to have. There's a couple more pairs of jeans I want to make, and a sweatshirt. I just was taking a break from those because I'd made a lot of jeans and a lot of sweatshirts. But anyway, thanks for watching, and stay tuned till next month.